Hello fellow colorists, welcome back to the channel, J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and we are going to have episode number 3 for Wreck This Journal by Keri Smith. This is my take on the journal and how I'm completing it. Obviously there are hundreds of ways to tackle these books, and if you are also wrecking your journal, I would love for you to comment below if you've done these pages or how you tackled them. We have had 2 other episodes in this book. Today is a Wednesday, and I am starting a new series for 2024 called Whimsical Wednesday or Wacky Wednesday, but everything that I do on a Wednesday will have something to do with a W. So Wreck This Journal will be on Wednesdays. Probably once every couple of months we'll have a new Wreck This Journal. And let's just catch up on a couple of updates from our previous Wreck This Journal episodes. So back in September of 2023, I picked up items off of my acreage and I ended up putting them in a self-laminating page and attaching it with washi tape. So that's how I ended up doing that. And they have faded a little bit, but they still look pretty cool. Let's also do an update on how my sticker from my fruits and veggies are doing. I have obviously eat bananas and grapefruit quite a bit. There's a few apples in here and some avocados, some pomegranates, lemons. So yeah, we're slowly building up this. I've just left this page with stickers from my antiquarian books. And yeah, so we are still collecting stickers, and so far it's coming along the same kind of lines. I have started the page called Collect Stamps from All Your Mail. So during the holiday season with getting some cards and stuff, I did collect a few interesting stamps from my mail. So I will continue on with this. I've got this whole page. I'm just going to keep adding stamps as I find them throughout the year, and we'll check back and check in on this page once in a while. So those are the things that we've done so far. I did also go ahead and worked on the journal myself. This is the page where it says make prints using an ink pad and cut up vegetables. So I went and I had a beet, a potato, and a pink grapefruit slice, and I used a blue stamp pad and I did some stamping on them. I even took the potato slice and I carved my initials, J.I., out of it and stamped that a few times. And then I took a micron pen and just thought I would doodle and make the stamps into something. So we've got a little crab and some shells, some fishies, a snail. So yeah, so that page was fun to do, and I highly recommend this exercise. It was a lot of fun just to kind of have some whimsical playtime with your food. So today we are going to do 3 pages together. We are going to start off with this page. It is write one word over and over. Let me just clamp this book open. For 2024, I have chosen the words grow and learn for kind of my theme for the year. So using letters from my antiquarian book, I have put that here, the word grow, and then we will draw some or write some letters on the page for grow. But I also would like to kind of visually show how growth. So I have a lot of trees on my property, and I also have a lot of pine cones and such. So I actually looked in my stash of stamps, and we are going to use some stamps today. So let me grab them. And I have, to start off with, everything starts with an acorn or a seed. So we've got that. I'm going to stamp that in brown. So now you can see it a bit easier. So after our seed has been planted, we start and we get a small tree. So let me just ink up this small tree. Trying to use up my stash of items. do have a little cloth, and I do clean off my stamps in between. And I actually have gotten for Christmas, I purchased some reusable bamboo paper towels. So I'm trying those out in the craft room to see how those work. And next we have a bigger tree. So we're going to switch to a darker color of ink. There we go. So how's everybody doing this year so far? Did you make New Year's resolutions, and how's that going for you? I don't really make New Year's resolutions, but I do kind of evaluate where I'm at and maybe think about what I can do a little bit more or differently for the year. Okay, and our last tree has grown. And then I'm going to write the word grow. Okay, I've grabbed a few metallic markers from Crafter's Square, so that's the Dollar Tree brand, and I just thought that I would go ahead and write the word grow. Do you have a word that you've picked for this year for yourself? If you have, comment below what that word is if you feel like sharing. I think it's kind of fun to have a word to focus on for the year. Okay, write the word here as well. So G-R-O-W. And it says to write it again. Kind of graffiti style. Bringing the Staedtler metallic pens that I picked up recently as well. And let's add a little bit of growing items on this side of the page. So just kind of like a vine growing. So for me, growing means learning, and I plan on learning and expanding my coloring skills and my painting skills this year. So I do have some active plans in order to ensure that my goal is being worked on. And one of those plans is to practice learning and how to do both animals better and gems. And I'm also going to learn how to paint with gouache. So for me, growing is about learning and growing my skills. And so that is my word for 2024. Okay, let's move on to another page. This page is collect dead bugs here. And what I have done is I have taken a large stamp that I have not previously used, and I inked it up with some brown ink, and so it's just a large wood grain pattern, and I stamped both sides of the page with it. I also have collected a few dead bugs, and I actually duct taped them, so 2 dead houseflies, and I duct taped them to my page And I also put an ant sticker there so far. So that's what I've done kind of to prep the page. What I hate bugs. I'm not sure about you, but I actively dislike bugs. They are not my friend. I'm sure that they have a purpose in this world, but they should not be in my house. So, so I have drawn a fly swatter, and I have the fly swatter that has the long handle that's made of twisted metal, and so that's the type of fly swatter I have. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about when I say it's a fly swatter. So we've got a plastic swatter part and then a long coiled metal wire handle. So I drew that, and what I thought I would do is stamp some bugs on the page, and kind of, instead of collecting actual dead bugs, I mean, I did that here, so I think I've done the page correctly, but I also wanted just to put some bugs, and going along with the whole use up my stash, I went and found that I did have a variety of bugs. So lots of ladybugs, which are actually okay. I would transport the ladybugs outside, typically, if I found them in the house. But this is a moth. I absolutely hate moths. They are always a bane of my existence. So I do not have a problem with stamping and swatting out a moth. So we are going to squash that moth. So I'm going to put him half under the fly swatter, and he's going to be a squashed moth. And of course, moths aren't alone, so there's going to be another moth, and he will get squashed later, but for now he's hanging out at the top of the page. So I have some stamps that are ladybugs, like I mentioned, and I'm going to stamp those in some red ink. Finish those off. Oh, that's a nice red. I like that. I also have this little line of ladybugs. So let's see how that looks. And we'll have them crawling up the side. I'll do a couple of more up the side. Okay, so we got ladybugs marching up the side. And the last bug that I have is I have a few bees. But I think this actually looks almost more like a fly. So we're going to do it black, and it's going to be a fly. So we'll see how that looks. Yeah, that definitely looks, I can make that look like a fly. And we will, yeah, that looks like a fly to me. Okay, let's go ahead and ink this in, and it's one of those Fudenoski, so you can do thinner and thicker lines. And then mine has a bunch of holes in it, kind of like Swiss cheese. Okay, now let's grab a silver gel pen, and I'm actually going to erase that now, and then I will go over where it was with the silver gel pen. So this is the Staedtler metallic pen, and it's just a little bit wider. Let's give him an eye. Okay, here's what I decided to do for the bugs running up the side of the page is I did these ones with black with red dots, then I did red with black dots, and then I just left these ones white with the red dots. So we kind of have three different groups there. We've got, I am going to color that, so I want it to be clear. So I'm going to take a Equaline brush pen, which is a water-based watercolor ink, and first I'm going to test it to see if it's going to make this run. So no, it does, it's okay. Using water-based in this book because the paper is very thin and I don't want it to go over onto this page if I can help it, because the ink from the stamp pad already had transferred a little bit, and we will do this in a future video. Collect the letter W here, and that will work well since we will be doing it on a Wednesday. That's where we're going to leave it for today. I may come back to this page and add some more bugs if I get in the mood to draw some bugs, but here's where we're leaving it today. I think that we've got a good start on the page, and until I have some other ideas, that's where we're going to go. Let's see what else we have in store for us. So I'm going to move this to the top of the page because those are ones that we come back to. Okay, for our last page, we are going to draw with glue. And in order to draw with glue, I first kind of was thinking of what kind of picture would I want to draw with glue, or what would make sense kind of to draw with glue. I have a variety of glues. I have Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, and used a stencil for a circle and drawn a bunch of circles that I have made into bubbles. So a couple of them are that have some ink in the background, so that when we put the glitter glue, we don't have to use absolutely the whole bottle of stickles to do it. I've drawn a bottle with the word bubbles on it, and a bubble wand blowing a bubble, and then some water splash marks for bubbles going splat. So some of these are empty altogether. So first off, I think that we should probably color those, and I think I'm going to color those pink. So let me got 390 Pastel Rose. Okay, the page is now finished being colored with the Equaline brush markers, and I'm just clamping it open to get started. Okay, I have 4 selections of blues. They're all kind of similar, but they are actually quite different when we put them down. So we will just start and get to drawing, and I'll just leave you with some music. Also use a couple of different colors of blue, and I can use this darker blue as the highlight area. So let's do that on a couple. Only problem with stickles is quite often the glitter is larger than the nozzle and doesn't want to come out. Okay, I'm gonna have to snip off a bit of this nozzle because it's just too narrow. Okay. Okay, now we're finally getting this nozzle working a little bit. Can get a decent line going. Here we go. That's better. Let's pick some. I don't have any pink, but I do have a variety of purples, so we are going to use purple. Okay, let me zoom you in a little bit. This is the color called Lavender, and I'm just going to put some also in the center to add a little bit of color. I'm going to use a silicone tip tool to try and spread it, and then I'm actually just using my finger because art is messy. This next couple bubbles I'm going to use Mermaid's Tail, and it's a very beautiful color. Love it. Okay, now moving down the page, we're going to do the wand. I'm using black stickles for the handle, and then I'm going to use some silver stickles for the actual round area at the top. The bubble that is coming out of the wand itself, I am using a color called Waterfall, and it's gorgeous. Okay, on the bottle itself, I am using a bright orange, and I'm going to use those and put dots all over the page as well. This again is Waterfall, and then underneath for the splashed water, I'm going to use the darker blue. Okay, our page has had a chance to fully dry. I did go ahead and also, before I let the page dry, I added some Mod Podge Extreme Glitter, which is also glue, with a Q-tip to a bunch of areas, to the inside of some of the bubbles. And that really adds some shine to inside of the bubble bottle here. And then some of the ink spots that I had were the bursting water spots. Really happy with how the page turned out. The glitter glue worked awesome, and I couldn't think of another way to draw with glue on this page. I did also use some red glue on the word glue. Happy overall with how this page turned out. Happy with the start of this page. We will continue on more on this page when I have thought up some other bug type ideas. And I am also happy with the grow page that we completed, both in the words and the whole sentiment behind the words for 2024. Did have some fun with this page. I did it on my own, but I did want to take a look at this page again. That's it for today. Wreck This Journal episode 3 is done. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have completed your Wreck This Journal or any of the pages that we did today, love to know how you found the pages that you've completed. Are you having fun? Are you being adventuresome and tackling all the prompts, or are you just picking and choosing? All right, I'll sign off for now. Take care. I hope you have a creative and colorful rest of your week, and I will see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.